Are you serious?
Hello and welcome to another episode of How to Kill an Hour. I'm Marcus Bronzy.
I'm Sean.
This is a show where Sean and I scour the internet, find some chaos, jokes, fun times, good times, and also look for new ways to kill time. Yeah, that's it, man. Now, Sean, I'm going to notice straight away, I'm going to mention straight away that I've noticed you're wearing sunglasses to this episode.
I am that prick.
Because in the UK, the sun is out. But indoors we have no windows in the studio,
I'm pretending that I'm still outside.
Yeah. They're quite stylish sunglasses as well, actually. I mean, quite a stylish fella, do you know what I mean? And I can see your eyes as well, which means that I trust you more. I don't know, with my ones that I've got, you can't see my eyes, innit?
Yeah, I trust you even less with your sunglasses on. It's mad. I just put this out there. I didn't buy these because, like, man doesn't have that style, and big up my sister for getting these for me.
Really? Did you say big up my sister for getting these for me? Did she forget them near you? And then you picked them up and you were like, these are now mine.
No, she's just the one in the family that got the style.
She's got the style and flow, yeah?
Yeah.
There we go, man. Right, Sean, without further ado, I think we need to jump into our first section. We do it every single week. If you want to send your jokes, and it's jokes@howtokillanow.com. It's time for our jokes
Of the
I've not got we've got a different desk in today, so I can't hammer it as much as usually.
And my response was, thank God for that.
Yeah.
I don't need to waste any more time, bro.
All right, man. Okay, cool. Right, let's go. This is a take on one that we love, though, Sean. You love this joke. A sign above a bar says, complete 3 tasks and win $1 million. A man walks up to the bartender and says, $1 million, I'm in. What do I have to do? The bartender says, task 1. There's a big guy at the end of the bar. He's loud and obnoxious and ruins everyone's enjoyment every time he's here. I need you to go and knock him out. Task 2. There's an alligator out back with an abscessed tooth. I need you to remove that tooth from the alligator. And finally, there's an 8-year-old woman upstairs that hasn't had any male companionship for many years. I need you to address that too. The man says, pour me 3 shots of tequila and I'll get it done. The bartender obliged. The man walks up to the big guy at the end of the bar and without any warning punches him square in the jaw. The man falls backwards off his stool, flayed out on the floor. After that, the man walks out back to go and deal with the alligator and the door closes behind him. All the bar hears is smashing, grunting, screaming, crashing, all kinds of racket. But eventually, the noise dies down. The man walks back to the bar, bleeding, limping, and with his clothes torn to pieces. He turns to the bartender and says, all right, now where's that lady with a bad tooth?
It's a classic. Do you know what? I've got another remix of a classic, but I rewrote this.
Yeah.
I rewrote this because I think it's a really good joke, and all the ones that I've seen, I feel as if it needed to be rewritten. So I did it. I don't know if I've done it justice, but here we go.
I'll let you know, bro.
Yeah. A woman is stocking shelves at the supermarket when a customer approaches asking where the avocados are. She apologises and lets the man know that they're all out of avocados and that the next delivery was tomorrow morning. She carries on stocking the shelves, but a few minutes later, the same customer returns complaining that he can't find the avocados. Sir, I'm sorry, but I've already explained that we're sold out and we won't get any until the morning. She continues what she's doing, but yet again a few minutes later, the same man returns. He says, hey, this is really getting out of hand. I've been here for 10 minutes and still can't get any help finding the avocados. The lady's incensed, but keeps her cool. Sir, humour me if you would. Please, spell the word no using the letter O. Okay, N-O. Perfect. Now please spell the word avocados using the letter F. Wait a minute. There's no F in avocados. That's what I've been trying to tell you the whole time.
Absolute classic. Right. A woman noticed her husband was standing on the bathroom scale, sucking in his stomach. Ha! That's not going to help, she said. Sure it does, he said. It's the only way I can see the numbers.
It's a good one. All right. The judge says to the defendant, on the 3rd of August, you were accused of killing your wife by beating her to death with a hammer. How do you plead? Guilty, said the man in the dock. At this point, a man at the back of the court stood up and shouted, you dirty rat! The judge asked the man to sit down and to refrain from making any further noise. The judge continued, also, on the 17th of September, you were accused of killing your son by beating him to death with a hammer. How do you plead? Guilty, said the man in the dock. Again, the same man at the back stood up and shouted even louder, you dirty, rotten, stinking rat. At this point, the judge called the man to the bench and said, I've already asked you to be quiet. If you continue with these outbursts, I will have to charge you with contempt of court. I can understand your feelings, but what relationship do you have with this man? He replied, He's my next door neighbour. The judge replied, I can understand your feelings then, but you must refrain from any comments. The man replied, no, Your Honour, you don't understand. Twice I asked if I could borrow a hammer, and both times he said he didn't have one. That's daft.
Bro, I flipping love it, bro. That's a strong one, you know. I've not heard that before.
No, have I?
No, it's a good one. I like that. Bring it to mix, right? And get another remix. A married woman confides in her friend about things being a little bit dead in the bedroom. I just missed the passion and drive we used to have in our early 20s, the wife explained. The friend thought for a moment, reached into her purse and pulled out a bottle of pills. My husband and I were in a similar slump a few months ago, but these really helped. Just crush it up in the morning, put some in his coffee, and I promise it will spice things up. The wife takes the pills eagerly, and they finish their meet-up before parting ways. A few days later, they meet up again, and the wife throws the pill bottle back at her friend. What happened? Didn't it work? The friend asked. Oh, it worked all right, said the wife. I'm fuming. I crushed it up, put it in his coffee just as you said. He barely even finished his cup before he pounced on me, threw me on the table, and we had the best time ever. In fact, it was the best time ever since we've ever been together. What? The friend goes, I don't understand. Why are you upset? Because we can never go back to that Starbucks again.
It's a classic.
It's a classic.
I've got a Superman joke. All right. I've heard this one. All right. Superman was at the bar drowning his sorrows. The bartender asked why he was so glum. He told him, oh man, I got caught cheating on Lois by sleeping with her sister Lucy. The bartender responded, dude, you need to stay in your own lane.
Come on! That's a good one. An elderly couple visits the doctor. The doctor addresses the man and says, well, Mr. Smith, we need to do some further tests. I need to get a blood sample, a urine sample, a fecal sample, and a semen sample. The man turns to his wife and goes, what did he say? His wife replied, he wants to see your underpants. Oh, we're laughing now. In 20, 30 years' time, we'll be like,
oh, 20 years it's probably been nice. All right, gotta stay with me with this one.
Cool.
It's not a long one, but just something. A man is arrested and is being interrogated by a cop. The man says, I'm not going to say a word without my lawyer present. The cop says, but you are a lawyer. The man replies, yes, but where is my present? So dumb, but I love it.
All right. That is good. At dinner, my frustrated friend said, so, napping and sitting around are seriously your hobbies. You told me you were interested. No, I corrected her. I said I was into resting.
Oh, that's brilliant. I'm going to have to use that one.
Into resting, innit? Oh, I love it.
That's quality. A man was out for a walk on a rainy day when he passed by a tent. Inside was a lady sitting on her sleeping bag, smoking a cigarette and drinking a beer. The man, concerned he was soaking wet and likely to catch a cold, peeked into the open tent flap. Excuse me, ma'am, it's raining out here. Do you mind if I come in to get out of the rain for a little while? Sure, the woman replied, on one condition. No funny business. The man agreed and entered the tent. He sat down on the sleeping bag next to her. A few minutes later, the woman let out a loud fart. 1-0, she said. 5 minutes went by. She ripped off another one. 2-0. The man was curious. Ma'am, why are you farting and giving out the score? The woman responded, I'm just a bit bored. It's not much to do, so I thought I'd start a farting competition. Sounds like you're winning, said the man. He decided to beat her at her own game and let out a massively loud fart which shook the whole tent. 2-1, he said, ripping off another one. 2-2. She looked at him, somewhat impressed. Bloody hell, you're good at this. Determined to win, she ripped off another fart. Only this time, she ended up sheeting the sleeping bag. She blew the whistle and said, half time, change sides.
Grim. All right, Sean. You got to stay with me on this one as well.
Okay.
I think you'll get this. But I'm just, if it was me, I might need it a couple of times. But you are the smart one, right?
Low bar.
Low bar. It's a low bar. It's a very low bar. Dracula was on a date. When his date boldly asked, so what's your body count, Drac? He went, what do you mean? It's a thing, viz arms and legs, that gets me everywhere I go. It's so fucking. I know, it's so dumb,
I like
isn't
it.
I like it.
I like it.
Oh yeah. Shout out to my Draculas out there. No
Yeah,
disrespect.
yeah. And if anyone doesn't get it, he's called the Count. So he's like, "What's your body count?"
One.
Women always called me ugly until they learned how much money I have. After that, they called me ugly and poor.
That's good. All right, Sean. If Chinese takeout cost about 40 and gas to pick it up cost about 20, getting home and realizing they've forgotten one of your containers is riceless.
Terrible. Shocking. It's a shocker.
Riceless.
If I had a soundboard in front of me, I would have done that.
We're back on the other desk. I don't know where it is. Oh, there you go.
You would have got one of them. You would have got one of them. And then maybe a little
Maybe because it's so bad.
The nurse at the sperm bank asked me if I'd like to masturbate in the cup. I said, well, I'm pretty good, but I don't think I'm ready to compete just yet. That took me a minute, I'm not gonna lie.
Because of Arsenal's chances of not getting a cup. Now I'm quite into cup talk at the
It's
moment.
only 1-0, chill out.
Yeah, man.
Chill out. I mean, obviously, I hope.
Did you watch the game?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most
Do you
of it.
feel like it? Because obviously, I'm an Arsenal. By the way, first time listening, I'm an Arsenal supporter. Sean isn't. He supports another team. We don't talk about him. But, do you feel like there was a slight bias against us yesterday from the ref?
I actually just thought that the refereeing decisions on the whole were a little bit flaky.
Yeah, it's a wobbly game.
And it probably favoured PSG slightly more, even though you guys were at home. There was a couple, yeah.
And I also came across this very interesting fact that during lockdown, when there were no people in the stadium, refereeing calls were apparently the percentage of correct calls were much higher, which means when you shout at the ref, you actually make a difference in the game. It's a thing. So that means the PSG.
What you do?
Yeah. The referees are what? Yeah. So like PSG, they got a sick. They got a sick.
They're
They got a sick
travelling
firm.
fans. Actually, they're fans in general, but their travelling fans are amazing.
Yeah, they're ultra, you might say in some ways, ultra dedicated. So that could have made a really big difference. Like, because I didn't realize that. So shouting at the ref or chanting for your team to be in a positive light actually scientifically makes a difference. Fact.
They're humans. They are not. Pressure affects them.
Yeah.
Even if it's subconscious, and I would say that 99% of it. I honestly, I don't believe that there's that many referees that go out there and have a bias for another against another side or whatnot. Yeah. But that's actually very interesting. It
is. And it's one of those things that if anything, it means that as a football supporter, you actually do make a difference.
12th man.
That's what they call it over here. Did they say that everywhere else in the world as well? 12th man. I only hear that over here. I don't really watch as much American stuff, but over here, we always talk about how like Liverpool have a great 12th man, PSG, and honestly, so it makes a difference. So maybe not abusing the ref, but chanting for your team. We don't
condone abuse.
Yeah,
actually, maybe just a little bit.
Side bit of football talk.
Sometimes they deserve it.
Side bit of football. Side bit of football talk.
Yo,
I've never seen Saka act so angry before. He really got like.
Oh, do you know what? Yeah,
he got yesterday. He got a yellow. He got a yellow card for just kicking the ball.
Can I put this out there? Right. Yeah. This is the thing that always gets mentioned about Saka, right?
Yeah.
About his about his A levels and GCSEs. I swear down, they bring it up every time. Oh, such a smart fellow, bloody blah. And really, what they're saying is, the rest of y'all are stupid.
Did he get like 5 A stars or something ridiculous?
He's a smart guy. Yeah, for sure. He's a smart guy. It's one of the things that they bring up, and it's a positive thing. So yeah,
man.
But
I've never seen him look so. Because he's got quite a smiley face.
He's fairly chill guy.
But yeah, he I saw him because they do it, they give the slow-mo, and I saw him go like, and I was like, wow. Yeah, man. But I was a little bit sad at that game.
It's just only 1-0.
Yeah, and that VAR call as well, and that was a bit like, obviously, well, VAR.
I will say this: after the game, I listened to David Raya's post-match, and it didn't reflect what I saw in the game. he was fairly positive about the performance itself, and I thought,
But Arsenal's performance.
I thought Thomas Partey was a big miss for you guys.
I just think
It wasn't terrible.
I just feel like we weren't in control. I just feel like we weren't in control.
This is the thing. All the games. Not that I watch PSG every week, but I watch PSG a fair amount of the time. If you roll up to PSG with a organised, tactically astute team, they usually struggle to break you down. And I think Arsenal just thought, you know what, we've got enough quality, which is fair enough. We've got enough quality. We should just go like toe to toe, and we're going to beat them by just outclassing them. And it's tough because they've got a lot of quality in their side. So.
Yeah, man.
And you guys are obviously missing. Well, you're missing Havertz, Partey, Calafiori. You know, some big players. Gabriel.
He
has some big misses. So tough one.
Enough,
But it's only 1-0 at the end of the day, Arsenal fans.
Yeah, it's the first leg. Yeah, shout out to Arteta's eyebrows as well. He's a lot of work has gone into those. Not a hair out of place. Slightly surprised looking all the time. I've got to say that. Maybe he needs to just bring them down about 2 mil.
Do you know what our nickname is? Lego head.
Thing is, he's voted one of the most good-looking managers out there.
Did you not see what this season the AI voted him the most handsome manager in the Premier League?
He's quite handsome. I mean, he's very preened. He's very preened and pruned. Do you know what I mean? But I'm just saying that Arteta, bruv, big respect, but just drop him about 1 mil a minimum. Just bring him down a little bit.
Yeah, but this is the thing, right? If you're talking about eyebrows, there's only one master of eyebrows, and that is Carlo Ancelotti. Has got the most expressive single eyebrow in the game.
Google it, and you will find memes. Yeah. Right, Sean. So
we digress slightly.
Before we get onto our killer bits, right? Okay, I've got something for us to share. It's an Instagram post, but we will superimpose this into the video.
All right.
And I've found a new feature for us, right? And it is called Random Sport of the Week.
Wait, is this like kind of a bring back? I mean, we've had the Thai wrestling championships. We've had Jiu-Jitsu.
We have card. You know what? Before we step into it, Sean, I would say that's probably out of all of them. Card Jitsu surprised me because it actually was fascinating. Beyond it just being like a giggle, I found it quite fascinating to watch the technique.
There were new techniques. That was what it was. Grab the seatbelt.
It was the seatbelt grab, holding the seatbelt on.
Right in the beginning, man took his own seatbelt on, stopped the other dude from taking his seatbelt off, and I was like, that's like getting the first move in chess.
Do you know what? It's almost like, if I'm honest, it's kind of like, it looks like something that would happen in John Wick, doesn't it? Like something like that. You know, it's absolutely ridiculous, man. But in
a good way. Yeah, so to recap on some of the other ones that we've had in the past, there was that horse riding. Do you remember that horse riding one? Where they had to bomb up and down the streets, and they
were skiing behind a horse.
They were skiing behind a horse.
That was so dangerous looking. You know, that looked so dangerous.
It was like some sort of skiing cowboy thing.
Yeah. I would not recommend that at all because that looked, bro, yeah, man, that looked absolutely mental. A little. And I promise you, I'm not just filling time before I can get this link up. But here it is, right? So our first sport of the week, Sean. I need you to just look away for a little while I bring it up for you because I want your honest response, right?
Wait, what's the other ones that we've had? Thumb wrestling. Was it
the finger wrestling?
Finger wrestling when the guy got dragged over the table. Do you remember my man got pulled over the table by his finger?
Absolutely wild. That was wild.
You didn't realise that shit could happen.
I didn't realise. Right, Sean. So I introduced to you blind MMA.
Oh my days. What?
Can you just describe what's going on?
Right, so there's two guys in the middle of the ring.
In an octagon.
And they're at this moment in time, they're shadow boxing the air.
It's just taken a turn.
See, this is the thing. They're obviously shadow boxing. They're shadow boxing the air up until the point in which they make contact with each other, because at the end of the day, really, you really want to be a wrestler, innit? Because you want to just grip someone up and not let them go, innit?
But they're just going around the ring with blindfolds on until they hit each other, and then they start having at it.
It looks a bit like someone trying to hit a piñata whilst blindfolded, pretty much. Do you know what I mean? Just completely in the wrong way. But this is the thing. As soon as there's contact, one guy shooted. On the other one, and double leg takedown.
Listen, a double leg takedown. Right. Yeah, man. I find it. Look, Sean.
Wait, how did you?
How did I come across, mate? All I know is my algorithm is broken in such a way. I don't know if I could. Actually...
so this is not blind MMA. This is blindfolded MMA.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's blindfolded MMA. Sorry, I didn't. Yeah, so this is fully sighted. Right, to clarify for the clip as well. These are fully sighted MMA boxers wearing
fighters.
Sorry. These are fully sighted MMA fighters, warriors following the Warriors Code, the gladiators. These are two MMA gladiators wearing blindfolds. And this is another match. Let's just watch this.
Why is there another guy standing at the back? Is it like
I have no idea what's going on.
Or maybe the people at the side have.
No one seems to be saying anything. Everyone seems to be silent.
Is he looking?
He could be cheating.
He looks like he's looking under the blindfold.
Yeah, he's having a peeky look. They're both trying to do it. It looks like they've just got a slight. So really, you need to punch them up top. This isn't as good, is it?
But no, you saw that there.
Yeah.
You saw that. It could have been just from the movement, but it looked as if they could see a bit.
That isn't as good as the original.
The original one that we watched, for sure, they can't see anything.
Yeah.
Whereas the other two, it looks a bit like the Ronaldinho video back in the day where he had one eye cut out of the blindfold when he's doing like the Kifiakis and stuff.
I've got another clip of the original one. So this is fully sighted fighters wearing a blindfold in MMA. There we go. Here's another one.
Oh, look, contact.
Elbow.
Contact. Oh, some jabs.
I believe this is real, you know. And look, the referee must have really quiet shoes on.
Oh, they just both start punching him.
Punching the ref.
Clash of the Stars.
See if they connect. Oh, it's so close to connect. Oh, wow. Oh, it's palpable. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Having a scrap. There we go.
Sprawled. It was a double leg takedown. The other guy sprawled. All right.
So that's one of our sports of the week, Sean. If you don't mind looking away, I'd like to present to you our second sport of the week.
How deep did this rabbit hole go?
I don't know what I've done to my algorithm, but I've broken it. But Sean, I'd like to present to you.
So I feel if your algorithm is broken, I think that just means you're broken.
I'm broken, yeah. I don't know where all this weird stuff came from. Right, Sean, this is...
Was it? Can I look now?
Our sport, our sport of the week. This is egg passing. There we go. Wait, there we go. That's it. German passed the egg through a whole game. The tension here must be ridiculous, right?
This guy's technique, right? So there is there's like a rainbow-shaped piece of perspex which has holes cut out along the entirety of it in that curved shape, and what they have to do is they've got to get the egg from one side to the other side, and it's got to go through all of the holes until you get all the way to the other side. And they have 2 spoons and an egg, and that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy's got technique. He's doing one by one.
Technique. The mouth
one by one. Yeah, he's putting the end of the spoon in his mouth.
He's no stranger to an egg.
It's not his first rodeo.
Whereas this, look at him. Look at the speed that he's moving at.
This guy's got the technique down. Yeah, and this guy not so much. Oh, he's doing it a different way, but.
And then they have to hit a buzzer at the end. Amazing.
Of course, this is in Germany. It seems like a German game.
I've realised this is part of some German show.
Efficiency, you see?
Where apparently there's a German show where they just have loads of wacky games. They're trying to recreate it over here, but I can't find any shows that are better than these ones at the moment, man. Like these questions.
Is it going to be like some sort of like Takeshi's Castle or something like that?
Yeah, man. But it's kind of like, at the moment, it's kind of like... It's like they have games like, did I show you the one where it's just they had 2 poles and people had to like balance themselves, but like 2 platforms and people had to stand between them and like push their body weight and keep themselves up for as long as possible.
No.
Yeah, they just do that. So like there's 2 platforms like 2 walls next to each other, and each of the contestants have to just try and keep themselves off the floor by like putting their feet against one wall and their back against the other for as long as possible. And the winner is who can do it for the longest. It's just the random games like that. You know what it is? You know games you make up when we were bored as kids and we had nothing. Like it's like you've got no footballs or anything. You've got a rock. So they play a game like who can balance the rock on their head for longest. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whilst trying to slap the rock.
You know the thing is, we know that game that we would have made would have been way more
the rock.
It would have been way more dangerous than let's balance that rock on the head. But yeah, we'll go with let's balance the rock on the head.
Let's balance the rock on the window. Through the window.
Let's figure out who we hate the most, and then we'll tell them that we're playing dodgeball. They go first.
Exactly. But yeah, Sean, that was our sports of the week. But I guess it's time for us to move on to our next bit of the week, which is How have you been killing time, Sean?
Can I ask you? I think I gave you a recommendation.
Yeah, man.
Last week.
Yeah.
Do you?
I texted you straight afterwards, but because you're such a great messenger, you definitely saw it, didn't you? And definitely replied to me. Please say what you recommended to me, and I'll go for it.
I recommended to watch The Night Agent.
Sorry, that's me.
I feel like you did that on purpose. You were like,
yeah. Sorry.
Night Agent.
Yeah, The Night Agent on Netflix, I believe.
Yes, I believe so.
Sean,
how far you got?
I got into one episode, and halfway through the first halfway through the first episode, I text you saying great recommendation, to which you replied.
Yeah, because I was thinking to myself,
So you
haven't given it enough time yet. It was premature.
I didn't finish your reply. Your reply was,
you're getting my reply now. It was. You messaged me. You know what it was? Yeah, you messaged me too early, and I thought, how is he? He's only watched like 10 minutes of it. So I was like, nah, you need to come better than that. Watch like at least an episode, and then you can holler at me.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You just made that up.
Yeah. No, but I saw your text. And I just thought, dickhead.
Yeah. Just turned your phone over.
Yeah, pretty
Who
much,
is it?
yeah.
Oh, fuck, some fucking dickhead.
Pretty much.
I
didn't read it though, which is more than I usually do.
Even better. So you looked at it and just went, eh. But I watched the first half episode, was like, this is it. And I believe I'm an episode and a half into it. I am at the point where, without giving you any spoilers, there is a level of trust, and we're slowly kind of unwinding the main kind of.
Oh, do you know what it is as well? There is another slight reason as well for my lack of messaging. For me personally, the first 2 episodes are a bit slow.
That's slow. Oh, I liked it.
Or maybe not even slow,
liked
but
it.
I honestly, after the first 2, I personally think it picks up further. So if you did enjoy, like for instance, I watched the first episode,
Yeah.
and maybe even the first 1.5 episodes, maybe similar to you, and then I didn't continue watching it until I came back to it.
Okay.
And then I got reeled in.
Honestly, sure. I really enjoyed it. Great acting. Let me get the main protagonist's name, because I wasn't aware of him, of seeing him in anything.
Yeah, he's good.
else.
He's good. I like the 2 main characters.
For me, for me, it's a nice twist on the security. Like, well, there's this kind of genre of highly trained special forces security guard at the White House having to go above and beyond, and it's been done like since there was like Olympus Has Fallen and all that kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean?
They released recently. Have you seen The Recruit? The series The Recruit. It was only 1 season, but it was like this lawyer who, again, very similar premise. And actually, I think it's the reason why it didn't get a second season, because the first season was really. I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was like a very similar to this, and that's I think why they didn't get a second season. But he was like a lawyer, and then he was just kind of absolute novice, and he was being sent, and he ended up doing like the job of like mercenary as a lawyer. It was that was also good.
I might give that
as a first season, but Night Agent's a couple of seasons, and I think the 3rd season's coming up.
I did check. It's being renewed for a 3rd season as well, so it's coming back.
Nice.
And it is the actor is Gabriel Basso. Amazing actor. He really embodies the kind of. He's got kind of like that kind face, but also can kick ass at the same time. The action sequences seem really good as well.
He, as you said there, he is like cherry face.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, I like that cherry face. Yeah,
he's got that. He's got that thing where he's like, he's always trying to do the right thing.
Yeah,
and so it's tough to go against him. But sometimes there were times in my head where I was like, just be a prick.
Yeah.
It's easier. Just be a prick.
Yeah.
Just for a bit. No, he's being like the white knight.
Yeah.
The angel. Yeah. But it works.
Yeah, there's a funny bit in it at the start, and this is just like, this kind of embodies it, and this doesn't spoil it at all, where he goes to a couple of people like, give me your wallets. And then the person next to him takes their wallets and puts them in a pocket. He goes, no, I just want their licenses. I don't want you to rob them. There's funny little bits in there. So yeah, man, I'm liking it. I'll probably stick on another couple episodes soon.
Yeah.
Check them out. Just to give you a little taster of what's coming up, I'm hoping, I shouldn't say this before we do it, I'm hoping to have a little looky at the new Marvel film coming out as well. Trying to see if we can get you down there, Sean. We're not sure if you can come down at the same. So there's a new Marvel film dropping.
This is like the superheroes, not superheroes.
This is the Marvel, what are they called again? So there's Justice League, and what's the opposite of Justice League?
I don't know any of this stuff.
What are they called again? In DC, it's the Suicide Squad. is the DC. So there's Justice League, which is the good guys, and Suicide Squad in DC, and we have our Avengers in Marvel, and this is the opposite of that. So that's all I'll say.
Okay.
If I can get down there and watch it, I'll let you know how it goes. You know, I think it could be, with films like this, because there's not mad, super duper stupid hype about it, could be quite a pleasant watch. But what I hate about all of these franchises across the board, any franchise, is when they hype a movie up so much, you're just setting yourself up for fail. Do you know what I mean?
Especially if the film doesn't deliver.
Exactly.
And like with so many films, all the best bits are in the trailers,
Yeah,
and then you
exactly.
watch it and you're like,
It's like with flipping. Why am I forgetting everything? It's like Ryan Reynolds Deadpool.
yeah.
The third one, because they hyped it so much, I think people felt like they enjoyed it less. I was like, it was no less Deadpool than the first two films. Same amount of zingers, maybe even some more crazy stuff going on. But because everyone was expecting it,
you're so right.
Yeah.
Like if like the times that I've gone into the cinema and haven't been aware of what I was seeing, like you know, someone else has booked it or whatever, and I'd be like, yeah, what is this? All right, cool. Did that with The Shape of Water back in the day. I thought
that must have just been.
I had no idea what to expect.
That must have spun your head then.
Yeah, I was like, what is it? It was a great film. I really enjoyed that. Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Hey,
was meant to go and watch something else. We're talking like 15 years ago or something. Another great film though. Wicked film. That's a wicked film.
For me, it was I remember plainly John Wick. I had no idea what to expect.
Oh my days.
So I was like, this film's John Wick, let's give it a go. Bro?
The best. Let's give it a go ever.
Yeah. It was amazing. And I think Taken as well, the first Taken, I just was like, oh, this looks like an action thriller. Let's go and have a go.
I actually rewatched Taken yesterday.
How was it?
Do you know what was mad, yeah? Was I realised... I've seen Taken like 50 times, but I realised the same
and the rest,
the same way, right? The same way that I've done with The Matrix.
Yeah.
If it's ever on, I just end up watching the rest of it.
Always.
And so I watched it from the beginning, and then I realised, right, I don't actually remember any of the beginning with like the setup with Holly Valance.
Oh yeah.
At the beginning bit, I was like, right, I don't remember any of this. You know,
what a treat. What a treat that is, though, isn't it? Because you know it's a good film because you know it's good. You know, that's one of the best things when it's been so long since you watched the film and you just know you enjoyed it and you put it on, you're like, I don't know what's going on.
Hey, let me put this out there. Taken is like what can I say? It's like it's cemented itself in folklore history as one of very few films that if it's ever on, I will watch it until the end. And especially the bit after his daughter is taken, and then he just goes on the biggest
berserker.
And you know what it was as well? I paused it, to get something to eat, and there was 28 minutes left. And I pressed pause and I thought, oh, there's 28 minutes left. And I thought about all the things that had to happen in that 28 minutes.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, have they cut this film or something? How do they cram? And that's why it's such a great film, because it is non-stop.
Doesn't drag,
action.
man.
You can't get bored. It's impossible.
It's also 18 years old.
That's me.
Let me check my maths.
I'm speechless. What?
Let me check my maths. I hope I'm not being absolutely
2008?
And 8, yeah.
Yes, it is 2008. Yeah. Oh my days.
That film can have a drink at the pub in the UK now. That film can drive a car in the UK. That is wild, bro.
18 years ago.
Yeah. Sorry about that, guys.
That's kind of sad. I'm not gonna lie. Jesus Christ.
Man, wow. I think we might have to wrap up the episode. We have to pour ourselves a stiff drink.
You know what I mean?
This has been How to Kill an Hour. Please, if you want to send a joke in, send them to jokes@howtokillanhour.com. You may end up in one of our special episodes of Punishment, aka Pun. Actually, no, I'll give you the sound effects. Actually, you can have it.
Punishment.
There you go. So if you want to be in a Punishment episode, jokes@howtokillanhour.com. Make sure you follow us on all socials at How to Kill an Hour, and we'll be in your ear holes soon. It's been good catching up, Sean.
Always, brother.
18 years.
18
years. 18 years.
Peace.